everyone. It's episode 2 of this podcast that's not a podcast. This something that's something.
It might be a podcast.
Once we come up with a name, it will officially be a podcast. But until then...
Also, once we put it on a podcast platform instead of... You stupid dogs! Shut up!
Shut up, Shiva! So how'd your week go? It's your birthday, but by the time this podcast comes out, it's gonna be a long time. So do you have any fun birthday plans?
Oh, we're having dinner at Juicy Crab, and you know.
Sounds boring. I won't go.
I'm gonna wear a bib and eat crab legs, and that's fine. That's the extent of it. So.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 42.
You definitely aren't, but I definitely am. It's good. I'm glad to be 42. I'm very grateful to have the privilege of getting older. Too many people don't. And I was always very nervous to get old. And I also thought my 40s would be old. I thought my 30s would be old. And I've yet to feel old. So, but when you think about it in context, like my grandma was younger than me when I was born. So, you know, she had a grandbaby at 40 or something, and I cannot imagine having a child. Like, having a child and a child with a child. That seems... It doesn't add up. Even, when I hear people who are, like, in their 30s having kids, I'm like, oh, gosh.
My friends are like, I'm having a baby, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you going to do? We've been married for 5 years, and they've been trying.
They're like, we did it on purpose. Like, we want this.
Hey, how did the bathroom build go over the week? Is it finished?
No.
Nice.
No, Rick's been working on it every single day after work, and it's just... it's an old house. We were just gonna, take the stuff out and put something else back in. And instead, the walls came completely down. So completely new walls, completely new ceiling, completely new floor, new windows, like new plumbing. It went from small job to large job, and it is not.
Well, I'll check back to next week and see how much has been done.
I can't wait to share before and afters if in fact we ever get to the after. You were saying that you were going to socialize Nora, the little demon chihuahua. How'd it go?
We definitely tried. Our plan was to go to a farmer's market on Sunday and just immerse her in people. And then Sunday came around and I remembered that the farmer's market was on Saturday. So we just took her on a walk around the neighborhood, which was hard enough because there's a lot of people and dogs. Yeah. She did well. Anytime a person walked by, she'd get a treat, and it was all fine. So she's really smart, and it's working. So we're just going to keep doing that.
Good.
Also played pickleball for the first time. A lot of fun.
You obsessed? Are you obsessed with it?
I'm ready to make it my personality.
Ah! I knew it. Yeah. I knew it. That's why I haven't started yet, because I just know I'm going to get all weird and talk about it all the time, like I do with everything.
Ooh, what are you drinking?
Well, since it's my birthday, I got my free birthday drink at Starbucks.
Oh.
Which I'm going to have a whole anxiety attack later because I got a venti. Seasonal caramel brulee latte. I don't know if you've had one of these, but I think it's probably my favorite seasonal drink. So good. Yeah, I've drank this much so far, so...
I don't go to Starbucks as much as I used to, and I think Mom has forgotten that. This lady, I don't know, maybe once a month will send me, like, a meme that's like, if you stop going to Starbucks every day, you would save $5,000 a year. And I'm like, Mom, I don't go to Starbucks once a month, maybe.
I think that the boomer population thinks everybody younger than them doesn't buy houses, doesn't have children, that we just like blow all our money on $40 coffees and snorting avocado toast every day. And I can assure you, I mean, I do spend a lot of money on food, but that's because food's expensive. It's not for any other reason other than food is expensive, and it's probably the most expensive thing in my life.
Yeah, I can assure you, Mom, I'm not spending $15 on coffee every day. And that's why I can't buy a house. I can't buy a house because of 2-1. is $400,000, and I'm just not gonna do it. And that's
No.
fine. That's fine. I'm good. I'll just wait. Shall we move into travel news of the week?
Let's do that. And particularly because I have something to tell you about what's going on in the world. You are not keeping tabs on plate tectonics like you know I am. Like, speaking of hyperfixations.
That is
Yes.
not the first time I've heard you say that. So,
Well, I'm your friendly neighborhood amateur geologist. I gotta tell you, some stuff is going on. It's not good. Okay? This is
spill the beans.
It's called anticipation. I'm building. I'm a storyteller. Okay, fine. There's volcanoes, and it's everything
No
is bad.
freaking way. The whole time?
Listen though. But they're erupting, or they're about to erupt, or they're on the verge, or they're waking up. So it's not just one volcano. So like you hear, okay, there's a volcano erupting in Iceland, and you're like, yeah, that happens, right? That happens. This one is about to like blow up a town, and it's been imminent for a couple of days. The magma is increasing, and it's bad, right? They get 1,100 earthquakes in like 6 hours.
Wait,
This is not awesome.
Where
Yes.
is this?
Fagradalsfjall volcano.
Where?
Iceland. So this town in Iceland has had to completely evacuate because the magma is coming for them. It's very close to the Blue Lagoon. If anybody's ever been there, very close to the town, like to the capital and the airport, etc., etc.
Reykjavik?
So, yeah, yes,
That's scary.
So it is.
That's
it's
happening
really scary.
now? So it's about to erupt.
By the time this episode airs, it probably, like, something will have happened by then, and so this will not be news to people. But the other thing to keep in mind, this is not just a singular event. So there's a volcano in, I want to say Italy. I think it's either Vesuvius or near Vesuvius. It is starting to do things. And the geologists are like, hey, no, this is a supervolcano, and it appears to be waking up and doing the things that supervolcanoes do when they wake up. Yes. And that's not all. Mount St. Helens is also starting to get vocal and active, and there are rumblings. So I just have to
Who pissed off the volcano gods?
That's not real. If that was real, which it's not, if it was, then obviously everybody being jerks all the time is what pissed off the volcano gods.
Well, okay, this is crazy, and it makes me a little bit nervous because we're supposed to go to Guatemala in a couple months and hike a volcano. So now you have me second guessing if all the volcanoes in the world are pissed.
I will send you a link to all the active volcanoes and geology and everything, because let me tell you, when this starts happening, you start hearing rumblings, then all the places that get rumblings, all the places that are on fault lines, it's all connected, right? So yeah, just keep an eye on things and get your go bag ready if you're in sort of like an earthquake or
I'll be ready.
prone.
I will pack. No Florida volcanoes are touching me.
No, I think we're good here, at least on that natural disaster front. We just have to watch out for hurricanes and Florida man. But other than that, yeah.
Lodge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Florida man. We're fine. It's fine.
Florida man, our brother. Sorry, everyone.
It's fine. But yeah, just like keep an eye on that, especially if you're traveling. Let me tell you, if 3 big old volcanoes erupt at the same time, that's going to be problematic. People don't think about that, but that's a lot of ash in the atmosphere. That's a lot of sun that's not getting through to do photosynthesis to the plants. Like, I'm not trying to freak anybody out. I'm not like, I mean, I am. I'm always trying to freak people out because I'm freaking out, and I've had that much caffeine, so it's extra serious. Yeah, but it's probably fine.
Well, we will keep an eye out on the volcanoes. Pretty scary travel news. Are people not flying to Iceland right now?
I don't know. I saw something that was like, please don't come here to take pictures of the eruption. Like, people are like, I mean, because it's seeing a lava flow, like a real volcano erupting, is something amazing that you don't always get the chance to do. But this is apparently more serious than the last couple of eruptions that they've had that have just kind of been like, brr, where it like slowly ekes out. What you don't want is an explosive thing that shoots boulders into your town and then covers it in magma. So,
Last week was explosive diarrhea. This week is explosive volcanoes. You never know what you're going to get on this
What?
here podcast. That's not a
what
podcast.
what will we talk about next week? I don't even want to know. I'm terrified.
All right, all right, all right. Our topic of the week, which I think is a lot of fun, and lots of people have questions about this, including myself. Getting dental work done in Costa Rica. We've heard of it, but you have done it twice now?
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
All right. Go for it. Tell me all about it.
So my husband needed quite a lot of dental work. He needed some stuff removed, and he needed an implant. He needed, this and that. And all of the quotes that we got from our dentists in the U.S. were like $10,000 to $20,000. That's a lot of money to get a couple of teeth fixed. Right. A lot of money. You can go to Costa Rica, or there's other places too. I know Thailand has really good and cheap dental work, but Costa Rica is close for us, easy to get to for multiple trips, because I guess when you get implants done, you have to get this part done, and then you come back, and the bone has to grow. There's things that need doing, so you have to go back. Anyway, Costa Rica is the easiest place for us to get to for multiple trips. So we decided to go there. Also, I was able to convince him that this was a good idea, because I'm like, you can go fishing and get your dental work. So, you can make it into a vacation, actually like have fun, do the things you want to do, then do the thing you need to do. And it costs less or about as much as if you would have paid full price just to go to the dentist in your town, get your little 10-minute procedure, and keep going back. It took us longer, I think, to execute the whole procedure. It took us a couple of years, but that was no big deal.
So it's like, don't go to Costa Rica for if you need an emergency tooth removal, probably, or something.
Yeah, but if you have something going on, especially like implants, they have excellent dental care, excellent technology. The dentists have been amazing. We've had multiple different ones for different procedures, and they've been so good, like so thorough, so fast. The x-rays that they took of his mouth when we were just there, it was like 3D imaging of his mouth, not this old stick a cardboard thing and cut your mouth up nonsense. I mean, it was so high tech, and whatever they used on his implant, we don't even use that here. Like, it's so good. It looks good. It was painless for him. Just everything about it was really easy, and we got to go fishing. We went there 3 times over the course of a couple of years, and so we've got to see all different spots of Costa Rica. Speaking of volcanoes, the second time we went to Arenal, and that was amazing. We went rappelling off of these 300-foot waterfalls. I think if you're booking, if you get one of those rewards credit cards or, a mileage bonus, you could fly to Costa Rica on your mileage bonus. So that's free. Then you go. It's so much cheaper. I mean, I don't know what we paid in total for his dental work, but a fraction. Just an embarrassingly small fraction for such good work.
And you have insurance in America, and it was still cheaper.
Yeah, we have dental
to go
insurance.
on a vacation. That's
Yes.
messed up.
It's super messed up. I mean, yay, because Costa Rica's great. We had such a nice time. I think that's, other than the Bahamas, that's the one place we've been to together the most. And now we're renting cars and driving around. I'm turning into a Costa Rican driver, which is terrifying probably for some of you. Like, you just got to go. You don't wait. You just go. It's fun. It's fun. Anyway, but I would totally recommend it. If anybody wants the name of the dentist and all the information, I will be glad to share that. But yeah, it was such a good experience. Truly.
Here's what I do. I just don't go to the dentist because going to the dentist is a scam, and I will never think I'm wrong about that. I didn't go to the dentist once for 6 years, and when I finally went, because I got insurance through marriage, they were like, great, your teeth are wonderful. well done. I'm like, yeah, I know. You guys are liars. Oh. And then I went another time, and I'll say this. The dentist will say, are you flossing? You can say yes or you can say no. I choose to say yes, even like, who's flossing?
You lie?
Listen. I say yes, and every time they're like, we can tell, keep it up. Y'all are liars.
Yeah.
I lied, but if I said no, they'd be like, ooh, yeah, no, there's bleeding. Like, the dentist is
You're
a
doing
scam.
a terrible job.
It's
Yeah.
a scam. And then they made me buy a night guard. I did get scammed into the night
Ooh, you're
guard.
dumb. Oh, you're so dumb.
That was on me. Never wore it. It's just there.
Dental work is something everybody needs, and I hate that it's not covered under insurance. Like, you pay all this money for healthcare, which may or may not be good at all anyway, and they're like, oh, but not your teeth.
Oh,
like,
but
yes,
it is in some, because me and Ben have it. He makes me go to the dentist 2 times a year to get my teeth cleaned now.
Well, yeah,
because
they'll cover your teeth cleaning, but they don't, literally, it's not going to cover your implant or a tooth removal. It might take a small percentage off, but our dental insurance wouldn't cover an implant at all.
Everything's
So,
a scam.
so thanks
Just go
for
to
nothing. Yes. Yeah, and I've had my teeth cleaned now in Costa Rica because I'm there. I'm like, oh, why not? Oh, and I forgot, I had dental work done too. It was so seamless and easy. I completely forgot that I had, so my dentist here told me, it was, I don't know, like maybe a broken tooth or a broken filling or something. And they were like, oh, you have to get this crowned like ASAP, and it's going to be $2,000. And if you don't do it, like right now, you're going to have to get a root canal, la, 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 right? Yeah, not that kind of crown. This kind of crown. And I've had root canals before, and they're fine, but it's not like something I want to do. So when we were there for Rick, I was like, can you take a look at this and just tell me, give me a second opinion? She's like, oh, yeah, we can just fix that. Like, you don't need a crown. We'll just do a filling. So for $65, I got it fixed and did not have to go like get a crown, do this whole procedure, spend $2,000. And then I went to my dentist.
It is a scam. It's a scam.
I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that because I have a lot of friends who are dentists who are wonderful, and I absolutely trust them. I think healthcare in the U.S. is a scam in general. Just like how much, like, why am I still getting bills for something, a procedure I had in the summer? Like, why am I getting surprise anesthesiology bills when I signed a paper that was like, this is going to cost you $200 out of pocket? By 200, they meant 7,000. Like, why? Can you not just tell me, like, what other thing do we do that we show up to spend thousands of dollars, but we don't really know how much it's going to cost? And you're just like, well, I'm either going to die or I have to pay all this, like, sight unseen. It's kind of like making you pay something under duress. It feels like a crime, right? Because you're just signing up.
I don't go to the doctor ever anymore.
You're also young. You're also a youth. You're in your 30s now,
I'm not a youth
homeschool.
anymore. I'm not a youth anymore.
Yeah, well, prepare yourself because the endoscopies and the colonoscopies are coming for you.
Well, listen, I've had a sinus infection for 2 months. I'm not going to the doctor. It'll just go away, and I don't have to pay anyone anything. And I'm not going to the dentist.
Oh, you. You're just like your brother.
Yeah.
He's that way, too. He just won't go to the doctor because if they don't tell you anything's wrong, then nothing's wrong. That's his procedure. Like, that's his whole vibe.
I get that. Well, the last time I went to the ER, they were jerks, and I was like, bump this.
Yeah.
I'll just die.
Excellent experience. No complaints. It was really, I hate going to the dentist, and this was just,
but you
literally,
don't
we'd
hate
go,
it.
and then we'd walk to the beach and get some ice cream and, like, live the dream,
That's great. That is a great way to do something you don't want to do, is to make it into a vacation. So
I'm saying, and
Well done, y'all.
furthermore, if you're traveling, just say you're going to Thailand for a vacation, go also get your teeth cleaned while you're there. Get your X-rays. Like, just take a day, get some stuff done, and furthermore, you can also get like Botox and those kind of things. Now, I have no experience with that in Costa Rica, so I don't have any recommendations, but it's possible, I've known people
I have no experience of that, so I don't know what.
No, that's why I said no experience in Costa Rica of that. Yeah.
I don't know where you guys can go.
I don't know what they do, but it's Botox. But yeah, you can do all sorts of things. And the healthcare system in Costa Rica, so many people said to me like, oh, why would you go there? Yes, they have doctors. Like other countries have doctors, you guys. And they're so smart, and it's just a much better situation. So yeah, if you feel like going to Costa Rica, do it.
Those are all good things, but it would not be the podcast without you telling us what was the disaster
of that trip, or of, I guess our 3 Costa Rica trips. It's funny. When we got back from the last one, I was like, I don't know what it is about Costa Rica, but we have really mellow trips in Costa Rica. I have never been on a trip. Okay, I do have one disaster.
Okay, I was about to say you're forgetting.
No, I have the one, and I will say that. But for us to be renting a car, I've never driven in another country before. It's always been very scary to me. We rent a car from Vamos Rent a Car. Definitely check them out. Love them. They give you a GPS that has Waze, so you don't have to use your own or use your own data, and a cooler, so you can always have a picnic. Anyway, love them. Yes, I know. Very great. What was I talking about?
The disaster. What was the disaster?
I was bitten by a bullet ant. And bullet ants, I quickly discovered, never heard of them before, until it bit me. So I'm walking. This is after we went waterfall rappelling. And I put my hand on, it wasn't a railing. It was a rope. That was a railing. And I, just to kind of pull myself up, put it right on a bullet ant, apparently. Now, this thing was huge, and it bit me and stung me at the same time. It's the bite that hurts. The bite is so bad and powerful that back in the day, they would let it bite like a cut to close it, like stitches, and then they pinch the head off. I'm serious, and use it as a stitch. Yes, I'm serious. These things are profoundly awful. And so Rick heard it bite me. Heard it bite me in the hand. And then looked on the ground. Because, you get bit by something in the jungle. You kind of want to lay eyes on it and see what it is. There's poisonous snakes. And I didn't see anything. And Rick's like, oh my gosh, that's a bullet ant. Because it fell on the ground. And then ran away in victory, I guess. After biting me. It hurt. Also, I was pretty sure I was going to die because I didn't know the details at that point. But for 2 hours, I was in excruciating pain. And then, of course, I fell down the rabbit hole of, what's a bullet ant?
Am I going to die?
I will say that if you're going to get bitten by something, as much as it hurts, a bullet ant is your go-to because it does not do any lasting damage. Where, there's a lot of other painful things you can be bitten or stung by in the world, and they will mess you up forever. It hurts so bad. So I don't know what the scale is called, but there's this guy who has purposely gotten stung or bitten by every terrible insect that you can do that with and not die. And bullet ant is the number one worst bite in the world, most painful insect in the world, and can confirm it was very, very, very painful. I'm crying because I'm I'm gonna die, and then I threw up. Yeah, all these people are there, and everyone's like, what is wrong with this girl? And I'm just bleh! And it's so bad. And Rick's like, oh gosh, my wife is dying. So all the guides came and they were like, are you okay? Oh, this happened to me. And they're like, you will live. And
okay, that's good.
Everybody was very reassuring, yes, this is gonna hurt real bad for 4 to 12 hours, and then you're gonna be fine and you'll never think of it again. And I was like, okay, once I knew that it wasn't like a snake or fer-de-lance or whatever they have there, I felt a lot better. But the burning for hours, I mean, it was It was so intense. We got back to the hotel, and we were supposed to go on like an ATV tour. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I can't. Like, I can't even use my hand because it hurts so bad. And anyway, so we went back to the room. I put my hand in ice and laid there for a while, and then it was fine. Like, you wouldn't have even known after a few hours. Like, by the next day, it was like it never happened, other than there was like just a little like bump where it bit into my skin.
All right, so go to Costa Rica, get your teeth cleaned, go on an adventure, and avoid the bullet ants.
Do keep an eye out for the bullet ants. You hear my dog barking?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That is neat. That is really neat.
Neat.
For sure. I'm gonna next time I need a crown, I will be in Costa Rica. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, what are you doing this weekend? What's on the docket? Birthday gal.
We're just doing like birthday dinner tonight. Trying to finish the bathroom. That's I've got to record another podcast for Traveling with AAA this week. Very excited about that. And really, truly, the main thing that I am working on from now till forever is my book launch and getting ready for that. There's so much that goes into it, and I really want to do a good job, because if you do a good job on the first book, then maybe you get to write a second one. So
when does your book come out? / are you allowed to say?
I don't know yet. We don't have a plan on releasing, so I don't want to say, but it's in 4 months.
Oh, hey, if you guys Venmo me $100, I'll tell you everything.
Rude.
I read the whole book. I know everything. Spoiler alert, she lives.
No spoilers, man. Come on. That's not
Spoiler
fair.
alert, she makes it to her 42nd birthday.
Can you even imagine? That's rude.
Yes.
That's rude. Now, no one's going to buy my book because they know that
how?
I lived. That's true. There are adventures in between, well worth reading. But yeah, so it comes out in 4 months. And so I will be announcing very soon things like the cover and the title, and it'll be on pre-sale really, really soon. So hopefully I will have all that information to share
Soon.
I would think within the next couple weeks.
Can I get a signed copy?
No.
Okay.
Who do you think you are?
I edited this book.
Edited is a strong word.
I made sure it didn't hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah, that's true. No, Rachel was instrumental in a lot of things, being like, that story is dumb, don't tell that, or more details here, or change this guy's name or appearance to be hotter.
Good, yeah. Have
so
fun.
what are you getting into?
No, I have so much going on this weekend. Okay. Thursday night, Jessie flies into town.
Again.
Friday night, we're going to
everyone. Jessie is her best friend who moved away, but somehow is here every weekend. Yeah. Continue.
So Jessie's in town. We are going to a 90s themed dance party on Friday night. So that'll be me and Jessie and Cheyenne. So all the high school girls, we're going out. That's a lot of fun. And then Saturday is Ben's surprise 30th birthday. That he basically knows about. But he doesn't know what is happening. So
he just knows something's happening.
He just knows we are going somewhere for.
Where are you going? What are you doing? I'm not invited to this.
I invited you this morning. We're going to one of our friends' house, and they have listen, we're all 30, right? So we have a bounce house.
Sure.
There's
very
no
millennial of you.
There are no children. It's all of us adults. We've got a bounce house in the afternoon, and then there's a party bus picking us up at 6.
Feels like a New Girl episode.
Truly. Yeah.
Ben's going to have a great time. Send me details. Maybe I'll come if I am not wallpapering the bathroom.
I say, don't you want to just be a fly on the party bus wall?
I'm scared. Honestly, I'm a little bit scared. I feel like I'd go into straight up mom mode, and I'd be like, okay, have some water. Oh, little buddies, you need a vitamin. Like, nah. I brought Pedialyte. Remember when I brought Pedialyte to your bachelorette party?
Sure do.
That was an excellent idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Just saying.
Sometimes you just need
this podcast Sponsored by
Sponsored by
Pedialyte.
Pedialyte.
Welcome to middle age, folks. Let's talk about the dentist.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching.
We're so glad you came. And we're so surprised. Hi.
Hey Mom. All right, good stuff. Same time next week.
Sounds good to me.
Bye.
Bye.